I can look back and maybe I was more of like a people pleaser if you think about it. Like I was always like I never wanted to upset somebody. I always wanted to make sure that I was more like I leaned anxious on the attachment scale. So like I was always seeking reassurance, and that's attachment, anxious attachments, people pleasing. So now that I look back at it, maybe that's why, because I never wanted to upset people. I always wanted people to like me, that I would put my own needs and what I wanted last, just to make sure that I was getting along with this person or like this girl. And I can tell you that once I started like walking away from people that displayed behaviors that I just didn't like, my life has gotten so much better. I'm so picky with who I choose to like hang out with. Like for example, I'll give you like a it's not really a boundary, but it's more of like self-respect. So if I got a girl's like one girl, I got one girl's phone number at the gym, and it seemed like she was interested in talking. I was like, hey man, you're cool, we should keep in touch. She was like, yeah, sure. I was like, well, here, let me have your phone number. And I got her phone number. And I remember I sent her a text message 2 days ago saying, hey, it was nice to finally meet you. And I was like, you're really easy to talk to, and that's really refreshing. And I sent her a picture of my dog, because she met my dog there as just like a good way to open a conversation. And I never got a text back. It never like, hey, it was good to meet you too. Anything. I just got ignored. I just straight up got ignored. And in the past, I remember that even though I got ignored, in the past, Mitchell in the past would like follow up with her. Hey, just making sure you got my text. Or I would send her a different text message unrelated to that to try to talk to this girl. And now, well, like I said, it's not a boundary, but I mean, like, if I text you and you ignore me, that's so fucking rude. I have too much self-respect to continue talking to a person ever again that's just gonna flat out ignore me like that. You could have, I mean, like, if she would have said hi back and then ignored me, it would have been a little better. But to ignore me like right off the rip, that's pretty rude, dude. So I guess you could say that's a boundary in a way. Like if I text somebody and I don't get a response back, I'm never texting them again, because I love myself too much than to continue pursuing somebody that clearly doesn't give a fuck about me. In the moment I thought she was cool, in the moment I thought she wanted to hang out. And now, of course, that's what women do to reject men. The women will usually give you their number and then ignore you. And that's just, I'm not, my main channel, you can call me Dating Mitchell, but that's what women do. So because I know that was just a polite rejection to just ignore me. It's easier that way instead of just telling a guy no in person, because men can react, not in a good way. Women know that, okay? So we need to talk about different ways to like set boundaries then. And I can tell you about, another way is like a boundary that I have is, okay, if I look at dating as a negotiation, I want sex and romance, and I want a girl that wants the same thing. So I have a boundary that if I ever get friend zoned by a girl, like she immediately friend zones me. In the past, I used to agree to friends thinking, well, if I keep talking to her and I keep hanging out with her, eventually she'll like me. And this is what all men do. Okay. In the past, I used to do that. Now, if a girl ever uses the friend word with me, I'm like, listen, I'm not really interested in being your friend. No, thank you. I was interested in talking and seeing if this made sense to go anywhere, but I'm not interested in being your friend. So if you change your mind, let me know. And that has worked for me every single time, because when a girl openly sets the frame as friends only, you're fucking cooked, bro. You ain't getting anywhere with that girl. You're just not. Okay, another boundary to give you guys like some examples, man. Like if we have somebody that, let's say that somebody's talking to you like in a rude way. Okay, like if you're talking to like a person and they're very combative, and it seems like no matter what you say, you're always walking on eggshells, where it's like you say, God forbid, you say the wrong thing and they get fucking triggered, and then they start arguing. You can set a boundary, say, hey, listen, this is a polite way to, hey, it feels like I'm walking on eggshells with you. It's like if I say something, you just freak out. I'm sorry, but if we can't moving forward have conversations without you getting upset, I don't think it's a good idea for us to talk anymore. You need to say that. And I remember, if we go back to the friend zone thing, the first time I told a girl that I wasn't interested in being friends, it was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable to text a girl, I'm not interested in that. It was so uncomfortable because I'd never learned. I never like, I coach people on how to get what they want, basically. And that was something I had to learn how to do. I like you. You don't like me. You want to be friends, but I want more than friends. I had a hard time um, keeping in my lane and getting what I want. So when I sent that, I was, oh my God, dude. I was like, that was so difficult to do. I think I literally read the message like 9 times before I sent it. I know exactly who I sent it to as well. I remember that. It was in my car when I did it. So that's like boundaries. If we just understand, what a boundary could be anything, guys. If somebody does something, says something, acts a certain way, and you don't like it, if it's over the phone, it's easy to just ignore them. But like if it's in person, you got to tell them, like, dude, it's going to be uncomfortable. Like if it's your first time doing it, it's going to be uncomfortable. But what's more important to you moving forward? Your self-respect and being respected by like the person you're talking to, or for you to keep pleasing them and you're going to keep getting in a bad mood or upset or uncomfortable because, in this case, like if you say something to this person and they freak out based on what you say and now you're in an argument again, that's going to keep continuing unless you tell them, listen, this has to stop. So setting boundaries could be anything, guys. It's whatever. If you don't like something, okay, listen, at the end of the day, people only care about themselves at the end of the fucking day. Even if you have a wife or a boyfriend or a husband, at the end of the day, people only care about themselves. So you have to have self-respect for yourself. If somebody does something that you don't like, like for example, if I have like I guess you can say a boundary or rule I have, if I ask a girl to hang out and she declines and she does not offer a day to reschedule, that's it. I'm done. I'm walking away. That's one full, like, that's not, I guess it's not really like a boundary, but it's like more of a rule. So for a boundary, it would be, if this girl and I agree to go on a date and then she cancels last minute, done. You're done for. You're done. You canceled on me. I'm not interested in being with somebody that's going to cancel when we made plans days ago. No, thank you. Now, if it's a boundary, as in like, if it's like your girlfriend or your girlfriend, or let's say your girlfriend or husband, and they go out with their friends and they come home drunk at like 4:00 in the morning, a boundary would be to tell them, hey, I don't want you going out and partying like that and coming home shit-faced at 4:00 in the morning again. You're in a relationship with me. I need you to respect that. Please don't do it again. And then from there, you told them one time. If they do it again, you need to leave. You need to walk away from them. Break up with them. I'm literally telling you, if it's your boyfriend or girlfriend and they do it again, you need to dump them because they're disrespecting you. Clearly, they don't care enough about you. And your life and your happiness is more important at the end of the day than this person constantly walking all over you thinking they can just get away with whatever. Have some self-respect, guys. Since we're on the relationship topic right now, with a relationship with anybody, an acquaintance or a friend or even like your romantic partner, and I would think that your romantic partner, a relationship with them is more important than anyone else. Now, if you're a guy, you want to have good relationships with other guys. You always want to have that. So that's why I say this could apply to any relationship. But in any relationship that you have, this is how you're going to have healthy relationships with anybody, is because you're only going to be hanging out with people that respect your boundaries. They respect what makes you upset, what you don't like. They know that, and they're not going to cross that. They respect you as a person to where they know not to do these certain things around you to not upset you. And if you're only associating with people that choose not to cross your boundaries, you're going to be pretty happy around these people all the time. You're not ever going to like fight with these people. Why would you? They're not doing anything to upset you. And if they do something to upset you, you guys can talk about it. And then that's, you guys talk about it, and likely is it going to happen again. And if it keeps happening, then you got to set a boundary. Hey, this keeps happening and we keep talking about it. Nothing's getting fixed. This is what's going on. And I'm not okay with this happening. If this happens again, I'm going to walk away. You could say that word for word. Okay. Now, the way you say it, if you don't want to be rude, then try not to say it like, listen, if you fucking do this again, listen, I'm so tired of having it. We keep having this conversation and it happens over and over and over and over and over again. We keep talking about it. If you do it again, I'm walking away, dude. This is so fucking if you say it like that, guys, angrily, that can be perceived as like rude. But you say, hey, listen, look, we need to talk, man. We keep having this conversation, this argument about the thing that you're doing that I keep saying I don't like, and you keep doing it. I'm going to give you one more chance. If you do it again, if you cross that line, I'm leaving. Just say it like that. And then what's that quote? Shit or get off the pot? Then they're if they love you enough, if it's your partner, if they love you enough, they will fix their behavior. And if they're willing to lose you, they're going to do it again. And that is a blessing, because now that's going to put you in a position where now you said you would leave. Are you going to do it or not? And if you do it, even if it hurts, that's a sign of growth. And from my experience, since I've started doing this, and listen, if it's, depending on who the person is, man, it could be like, even like with my mom, for example. I've told, the older I've gotten, I've told her, I'm like, listen, I remember there was one day I was working and she just showed up at the house, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, but you can't just do that. I'm working. She's like, oh, well, I can just leave and go home. I'm like, no, you drove all the way over here. I'm going to let you in the house. I said, but moving forward, you can't just show up to my house like that. I need to know you're coming. Otherwise, next time, Mom, I won't let you in. I won't even answer the door. So I've even set boundaries with my own mother. Because I've got a business, bro. I'm working. I got stuff to do. You can't just show up like that. I need to know you're coming. So I even did that with my own mom. My mom and I's relationship's the best it's ever been. Just because, we don't live together now, so we're not like on each other's throats all the time. But, mom, we respect each other now, I guess. So other areas, man, with your friends, like if your friends, I don't know. Okay, so here's how I'm going to word this. Maybe it's not really a boundary, guys, but now we're going to talk about more like self-respect. If you have friends where you're constantly asking them to hang out, but you notice that you might get on Instagram, check their stories, and they're hanging out with other people, they're going and doing something, but you're always asking them to hang out, but they're never inviting you to hang out, I would personally walk away from someone like that. Because dude, think about it, like in any relationship, man, it takes two to have a relationship. If you're constantly asking them to hang out, that sounds like they're hanging out with you because they don't have anything else going on. But when they have something going on, they're not thinking about you. They're not, oh, hey, let me invite Mitchell to this, man. He would like coming here. They're not thinking about you. They're just going and doing their thing. So I've got friends right now. Well, I guess at this point I really don't have friends at this point in time. I do, but I don't hang out with them at all. Like if I need something because I'm in a wheelchair, I can text them and then they can help me. But they're married with like families. So married people with family tend to hang out with other married people with families. That's what I'm noticing. I'm a single male in a wheelchair, so that makes it even harder to hang out. I don't get invited to do stuff anymore. Could I text him to hang out? Well, I'm sure I could. I just don't. I've noticed since I've been in the wheelchair, I've got invited to do less and less. So that's why, like, I'm saying, like, I don't get invited to hang out to do stuff with these people, but at the same time, I also don't invite people to go do stuff. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because like relationships take two. So if you're with a group of friends and it's like you're never getting invited to do stuff with them, I would stop hanging out with those people, man. It's not worth your time. Why do you want to keep being around somebody that's putting in no effort to be around you? They don't care. They're only hanging out with you, it seems like, the past time, dude. That's what it seems like. So listen, I know I kind of trailed off from that, but like setting boundaries, I told you, like when I first started learning how to do it, it's so uncomfortable. And because anything new is uncomfortable. Anything new. And it's you never know how the person's gonna respond either. That's another hard part, is you never know. But you just gotta think, like, if they do something and it makes you feel uncomfortable, if they do something and it makes you feel uncomfortable and you don't like it, you gotta address that. Hey, listen, you did this thing and it made me feel uncomfortable. Listen, I like you, man, but I can't have you doing that with me anymore. That's not like, I don't know why I don't like you, dude, but I don't. Please don't do that. And guess what? Are they gonna do it or not? So I guess it's always gonna be uncomfortable, guys. But what I'm trying to tell you is, like, this was a struggle that I had for the longest time. Because again, I guess I just wanted everybody to like me. I'm a very sociable person, and I'm noticing that maybe that was a flaw I had. I was too afraid at that time, at my younger years, to be alone, that I wanted to people please everybody. So if you're a people pleaser, this is for you, man. We got to fix that shit. And in order to do that, we got to set some fucking boundaries. And we got to be willing to walk away. And it's gonna be so uncomfortable. And you might lose somebody that you cared about. But guess what? If you cared about them and they're willing to do something for you to walk away, they didn't fucking care about you. So what's more important, homie? Or girl? You know what I mean, man? Hope you guys like this video. I know it's kind of like a relaxed one, but this is, at the end of the day, man, your life's gonna get better. The people in your life are actually gonna want to be in your life. That's what I mean. I've got boundaries now with all the girls that I date. I've got standards that they have to meet before I continue dating them. And it's so difficult to find that. Dating for a guy, and well, I guess dating in general just fucking sucks. But I've got standards. And I need you to meet those standards. And if you don't, I'm walking away. That's my boundary. You don't meet these standards, I don't want to keep pursuing you, because I've dealt with people like that in the past. I know I don't like it. I know where that's going to lead. It's not going to be good. And I don't want to get my fucking heart broken again. And I want a good stress-free life, because my life is amazing. And I want yours to be too. That's why I just filmed this video about setting boundaries, guys. So if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And look, guys, if you like this video, actually I have an offer that one. I can't think right now, but I have an offer I want to make to you guys. On the topic of setting boundaries, I help people develop social skills and have respect, have more confidence, better relationships, and part of better relationships is setting boundaries. So if you want to work with me one-on-one for 8 weeks, I have a new beta offer. The first 3 people that I decide to take on get to work with me for absolutely free. I promise you, like, my job is to help you get what you want in life. I help people get what they want. You're going to get my phone number so you can text me or call me. We're going to do one-on-one accountability calls every single week so I can make sure as your coach that you're fucking doing what you need to do to become the person you want to become. That's my job, man. My goal. There's a link in the description. Check that. And the video on the next page is going to tell you everything you need to know. Obviously, I'm not able to depict that in this right now. But if you like this video, guys, check out one of these 2 right here, man. You're going to learn a lot from those. And guys, hey, see you in the next one.